What's up, agents? Jetforth here, and today I went through all of the footage of the skill tree for the technician specialization and put it all in order so we can take a look at every single talent and or perk that is on there. Now, I generally do not ask this in the beginning of a video, but if you could, hit the old like button. This took a long time to get some of the screenshots from some of the stuff that they flipped over for like a split second so we could actually see everything. That's it. Let's get into it. For our first perk, we have Amped, plus 50% skill power. I do actually like this. Now, obviously, like all the other specializations, you have to unlock each little node in there. So you start at 10%, go up to 50%. No surprise there. Right above that, we have Dismantling, plus 20% damage to drones, skill proxies, and robotics. And this one has 4 nodes to unlock on it, so plus 5% for every node that you unlock. To the right of that, we have Emergency Patch. Armor Kit also applies to all friendly skill proxies within 10 meters, meaning you use a med kit, you can heal your friend's turret, which I guess is pretty cool. On to the grenade, which is an EMP Grenade. The EMP Grenade applies Disrupt to all electrical abilities within the affected areas, which is pretty straightforward, I guess. To the left of that, we have the little micro missile tree in the order in which you would probably unlock it, starting with micro missile ammo. Destroying hostile skill proxies, drones, and robotics adds 3 to the ammo bar. So I guess you will want to target proxies, robotics, and whatnot to get a whole bunch of extra ammo. Right above from a micro missile ammo, we have signature weapon damage, which is the same as everything else. 40% increase signature weapon damage. Signature weapons scale with tier. This increase is in addition to that scaling. And the final part of the little rocket launcher tree itself is group signature ammo acquisition. Destroying hostile skill proxies, drones, and robotics adds 1 to the ammo bar of your group. Always nice to give your friends ammo, isn't it? Next up, we have our new Hive, the Artificer. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know, honestly. The Artificer sends out micro-electronic booster drones that expend themselves to increase allied skills efficiency and refresh their duration. Artificer? Autoficer? Autofister. It shall now be dubbed the Autofister. Shut up. But anyways, as you can see in this footage, he sends off his drone. One of the little booster deals hits the drone, sends it out, it gets its little buff, it wears off. Then you call it back through your Hive circle again, and it'll rebuff it and give it overall health and duration again. So I don't know, it's interesting enough. I guess it's one of those things we'll really have to test when we get it to see how good this actually works. But this also buffs your friend's skills too, and they did say that it also works on seekers and stuff as well, so it could overall be interesting. And right next to that, we have the upgraded sensor package mod to increase the radius of the Hive skill. Then the final part of the skill tree is liquid cooling mod to increase the recovery rate of your Hive skill. So these last two are pretty straightforward, just mods. Now on to the final bit of the tree. We will start with Faraday Field. Party members within 5 meters of your deployed and undisrupted skills are immune to shock and disruption. 5 meters isn't a lot. I would like to see this be like 10, maybe 15, because otherwise everyone's just going to be huddled up around a turret or the Hive or whatever. It's kind of... yeah, that's not enough. Come on, Massive. Underneath that, we have Technomancy. Equipping a skill grants 15% bonus armor. When a skill dies, recover 20% armor. I'm not sure exactly what they mean by equipping. Maybe using a skill as opposed to equipping? I don't know. Kind of strange in the wording. To the right of that, we have a Vital Protection plus 50% pulse resistance. I would imagine you would want to use this for PvP. That's it for that. Next up, we have the Branch, which basically means we can only use one of these 2 talents that stems off from it, which includes, but not limited to, overclocked CPU plus 10% skill damage. Or you can have Enhanced Diagnostics plus 10% skill healing. And finally, we have our weapon attachment, Linked Laser Pointer, a technician laser pointer that pulses targets at which it is aimed. Underbarrel attachment for long rails. This seems pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie on this one. I like this. And finally, the Maxim 9, the Technician's Sidearm. Integrally suppressed 9mm pistol for when you do not want to compromise between performance and suppression. A large magazine and added barrel weight for the suppressors minimizes recoil for a very precise weapon. 23.3k damage, which will change with weapon mods and whatnot. 280 RPM and a 17 mag size. And that's it for the entire tree. Hopefully this helps on your decision if you want to use it or not. My overall thoughts on this is that it does seem pretty cool on paper. Again, we're not going to really be able to dig into it until we actually have it in our hands. One thing that kind of worries me a little bit are the rockets themselves. They're putting out 477,000 to 460,000 per hit that I'm seeing in the footage, and you can easily tell that they're either playing on normal or story mode because you don't see any modifiers in the top left hand corner of the screen. So how are these rockets going to do in challenge or the raid that's not coming until 2020, but we'll talk about that later, and heroic mode, so you can stack the rockets onto one NPC. So if you put 6 times 4, that's a lot of math and a lot of damage. But, I don't know. We'll have to see how this all works out. But other than that, it looks pretty cool. I would like to try it. I mean, you're definitely going to want to put this in, say, like a skill build or something along that lines. I mean, I could kind of theory craft in my head, but without any of the new changes for TU6, there's nothing really else I could say or do about this other than seems cool. I don't know. It looks interesting. I definitely want to screw around with it once it finally comes out. So that's it. Let me know what all you guys think in the comment section down below. I am always interested and am feeling a bit better today too. And thank you all for your best wishes and those who have been concerned about the old jet for itself. Hit the old like button for me if you could, subscribe, and all that other junk, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace!